All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. It's for that Instagram. Uh, you know, um, let's go live on that Instagram. Super excited. All right. So let's unpack some things because we were talking before about um 2023 and sort of unpacking that 2023. I don't know about you all, but 2023 was giving me the business. The business. Okay, so just so you all know, right? Even with this last, live for 2023 on Instagram, right? So I'm trying a new thing. I'm using my streaming platform and all. Right. And so it's still like I'm still learning how to do things. So I guess you all heard some feedback. If you heard some feedback, look, blame my head and not my heart, but we got it all together now. So welcome, welcome, welcome. It is the last Instagram live for 2023 with you and me. Look at that. I'm a rapper. No, I'm just playing. I'm a family law attorney. I serve all of the state of Florida through the practice of family law and through family law mediation. I'm a Supreme Court certified family mediator. All right. So, with that being said, know that we're just having a good time here in Instagram. In Instagram world, we're just having a good time. Okay. I'm not advertising. We're just talking. I'm talking with my community. And this conversation is really not legal based, If you have a legal question or a legal concern, always, always, always feel free to reach out to an attorney who practices family law. If you do not know of an attorney who you would like to reach out to, you can always reach out to us and we will take care of you. Okay. But in the meantime, in between time, we're just talking tonight, y'all. We're just whew, packing and unpacking 2023. So before we even get started, let me ask y'all something that I have been waiting to ask myself today. Are y'all all right? Are you all right, baby? Did you eat? Have you been sleeping well? Do you have all the things that you need to make it into this 2024 next year? Those are the things that, I have to ask myself. And that's what's been helping me make it through 2023 because 2023 was like Rocky Balboa. It was trying to kick our behinds. At least it was trying to kick my behind. And so I have to check in with myself. Hey, how are you feeling today, Lisa? You know, what's your spirit like? Is your heart pure right now? Are you happy with yourself? Can you look at yourself with dignity? Did you make your mama proud? Did you eat, baby? Did you sleep well? That's one thing I was talking on Facebook about some of my favorite things. And one of the things I said was that, when I wake up in the morning, I don't like to just wake up and jump right into, doing things or whatever. I'll wake up and my eyes will open before I ever think about getting out the bed or anything like that. I spend some time with myself. I check in with myself. I pray, I talk to the Lord, I talk to myself. I do. And I answer myself sometimes. I write down my dreams. Sometimes I read my Bible. We always keep our phones right there. So I can read my Bible on the phone, read a devotional on the phone, and so forth. Sometimes I play TikTok just because I just need to laugh or whatever. Whatever. You know, um, but one of the things that I do like to do is twofold. And I forgot to mention on Facebook, so I'm gonna share this gem with y'all. It's twofold. One, I check in with myself. Like, and I talk sweet to myself when I check in too. Baby, did you eat? Lisa, I really liked what you did yesterday. Now, do you think you can do better today? You know, what do you really want to do today? Well, I think you can do it. Whatever it is, I think you can do it. Do you have anything you're scared to do? Let me speak some life into you, Lisa. I talk to myself like that, right? I check in. How am I feeling? I encourage myself to explore those feelings. Like, how sometimes you will wake up and you'll just feel very anxious and you don't know why. I will encourage myself, like, hey, how are you feeling? Okay, if I'm feeling anxious, why? Is it because I have deadlines? Is it because that task that I need to finish, that task that I've been procrastinating? And I know y'all know what I mean, that procrastination task, right? That task needs to be done, it's outstanding or whatever. Maybe that's the case. And so I check in, right? And then I encourage myself. I do. I speak life into myself. I do that because if you won't do it for you, who else can you do it for? And that's a very important. It's very important. I talk to myself because I have to talk. I have to talk to myself the way I want other people to talk to me. Even when I get up to go brush my teeth, I look in the mirror. Now I know I have indulged in that macaroni and cheese. I know that. I know the holidays have been good to me, right? However, I sure do get in the mirror and I'm like, girl, you looking fine, girl. Girl, you looking slim. Sometimes it's only my wrist. My wrist sometimes it's just looking slim, but I speak life into it. Listen, yes. I know none of the pants I wore all of 2023 can fit right now, but this wrist looking real slim and sexy. Amen. So, so you got to speak life into it. And then you know what else I do? I call my good girlfriends, my besties, and we speak life into each other. Because so here's the thing, right? I've realized what has helped me for 2023, not only just speaking life into myself, right? But speaking life into other people. That helps me. That allows me to sort of like take a different perspective, maybe, and look at it and say, okay, well, you know what? Look at what's going on. And also understanding that if you are, friends, family, so forth, your close circle, and you can speak life into what they're doing, it's because they're doing something positive. And understand that whether we say it or not out loud, birds of a feather do flock together. So if my people are doing something positive, something wonderful, something awe-inspiring, then guess what? That means that I must be flocking with them. Either I did something awe-inspiring or I'm getting ready to do something awe-inspiring. I just don't know it yet. That's okay. You don't have to know everything. So yeah, that's important too. You speak life into yourself, but then start your morning out by speaking life into the people who you love and letting them speak life into you. Now, if you don't have anybody to speak life into and who will speak life over you, that's your goal for 2024, okay? That's your plan for 2024. Find somebody who will speak life into you and who you can speak life into. And if you need to just reach out to me and all that until you can find somebody else, you do that. Call me up. I don't have to know you. I do not have to know you to speak life into you. And guess what? I do not have to know you to allow you to speak life into me, because what I do know for sure, what I do know for sure is that when we speak things, sometimes things happen. Amen. Now that's just, I'm not just going to go ahead and just keep, preaching and all that, because sometimes I cuss. But I wanted to speak that into existence. Okay. 2023, y'all. That self-care. So I have to give a shout out. Got to give a shout out. I have to give, my people the flowers that they deserve. Hey. Hey, I have to give a shout out to the people who I just, who really affected my life throughout the year. So first off, shout out to my team. Shout out to my team. Shout out to my LM Not Slot and Mediation team. Allison, Ava, Nathi. Oh my gosh. Could not have made it without you all. Could not have made it without you all. we have definitely, like when I tell you I'm so blessed to have this awesome team, I am very blessed to have this awesome team. We've made it through the fire this year. We are missing Lisa out there. If you all remember, we had a paralegal named Lisa who actually retired and is living her best life down in South Florida. But Lisa, if you're listening, we miss you and we love you, honey. All right. And thank you for helping us through 2023. So I have to give a shout out there. I also have to give a shout out because this has been a big year for my family. So for those of you who may not know or who may know, I have a son. I've pretty much been a single mom since he was like 2, right? And it's just been him and I, me and him. And this year was a big change for us because in this 2023 year, we made it through senior year, and all the things that come with it, graduation, and all the things that come with that, applying for schools, applying for scholarships, because come on, free money, we need that. We need that financial aid, and getting him off to school. Getting them off the school and dealing with being an empty nester. That was unusual for me for 2023. I don't know if anybody else experienced that, where it was sort of unusual. I'm used to having my son here and making noise and all those different things, and then here it is, he's gone away to school. So that was something new. And all that was something new. And I really had to take my time getting through that. And so I had to really learn to fall in love with myself again and to like myself again and to, dare I say, even to date myself again. Right. And so, and keep in mind, I'm not just my son's mom. I am also a business owner. I am also my significant other, honey. So I'm a little love bird, but I'm also, a boss. I am a boss. Don't get it confused, right? And I'm a sister and I'm an aunt, so I'm having all these different roles that I've been playing. But I had to fall in love with being Lisa, And so with that being said, I have excellent friends, but 2, I have an excellent marketing team. So I have to give it up for IMSPC. IMSPC consults. Listen, they are out here. They are giving the business. When I tell you they have helped me in so many different ways, where even reorganizations and so forth, marketing, my social media campaigns, they are the magicians behind the scenes. Oh my gosh, they gather me around like a herd of kittens. So I thank them. Right. So it was time, to start doing some marketing. And my, friend and business partner with IMSPC says, "Hey, Lisa, you need to start taking some professional pictures." Okay. Some marketing pictures. Okay. But the thing is, I have been taking care of everybody else all year except for myself. So I looked like somebody grabbed me, put me face down, and drove me over cobblestones repeatedly in donut circles. It wasn't that bad, but it was like I'd forgotten to take care of myself, And so it was a time for me to sort of call myself on that. And I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna take these photos, I want to do it right and all. But I really wasn't, didn't want to do all the extra work. And she said, don't worry, I got you. And she introduced me to this fabulous woman, Miss Fatima, like fabulous. She's right here on Instagram. She is my makeup artist of the stars. Her name is Fatima, but you all need to go and check her out on Instagram at And Then There Was Z. And literally that's what it is. And then there was Z. Check out her work. check out, you might see some familiar faces. When I tell you she gets that thing going, and she literally, all of my sort of insecurities, my, hey girl, can you take my triple chins down to one? Can you even out my skin? All these wonderful things. She's like, no problem. Got it covered. She gave me drama when I needed drama. She gave me real day realness. Honey, I felt so fabulous. Like the only person who could tell me anything was Miss Diane Carroll herself. Diana Ross can't come talk to me, but Miss Diane Carroll, I was competing with her, my dear. I felt so wonderful. Like she had my bone structure wonderful. So if you all need makeup for any kind of special events, your wedding, because it's Friday and you are just that chick, whatever. Sirs, if you all need to even out your skin, you know what I'm talking about. Y'all just, don't judge. Just, you need to even out your skin or whatever. Go ahead and talk to her. Go ahead and talk to Miss Fatima. Then there was Z. And she can give you some tricks of the trade and all, because yes, she has my color palette down. And so I'm forever grateful for her, right? So after I got past the whole idea of, I didn't want to look like Ving Rhames on my marketing, because y'all know how Ving Rhames would look on the marketing campaign. So, and Ving, if somebody send it to you, don't be upset. Call me, okay? We'll work it out. But after that, we were talking about who's going to take the pictures. See, one thing we have to realize is that you have to have chemistry with your photographer. Whoever's taking your picture, you got to have chemistry. You got to trust that person. And that person has to be able to see you in the best light, the light that you can't, actually maybe visualize for yourself. So I was reminded and of a person who I grew up with, went to school with, grew up with, been friends since we were girls. Did not know it was possible for me to even hire her for such a thing. And she, she's an amazing photographer. I didn't know I could even reach out. I didn't even think about that. And I'm so glad that I did. So let me tell you all, it is literally a monumental reminder to me that you are always networking. You are always, you never know who you're going to meet and who you're going to need to contact later on. You know what I mean? You got to put out that good energy. You got to put out that good love. You got to put out that good space in the beginning, so that in the beginning, you can build these relationships. And let me tell you why I'm saying this, right? So she's like, hey, Linda does pictures. And I check out her work, and Linda Rose Photography with Luring Design. So y'all look her up at Linda Rose. I think you can find it at Linda Rose Photography as well. And then at Luring Design, Luring Design, DESIGN, right? Let me tell you all, when I say they took good care of me, Linda, she knows my story. She knows from whence I came. So when we reached out and said, Linda, this is what we need, Linda was like, great, let me tell you what else the vision is. And she took my small little vision, a couple of pictures here and there, maybe with an iPhone or whatever, just something. And she took it and she expanded it and turned it into this wonderful thing. But here's the thing. So it was wonderful for business, right? But it was necessary for me because, baby, when you can look at pictures, you get to see how others see you. Not just how you see you, but how others see you. And so I'm so grateful. She was so patient. It was like several days of photography. Miss Fatima stayed on site. IMSPC stayed on site the whole time, organized things, everything like that, stayed on site. Linda was out there taking pictures in the cool air, in the summertime heat, all of that, right? Learn design. They're out there. They fabricated such beautiful things, such beautiful marketing materials for me. You know, they're out there with the drones and so forth. We had people, let me tell you something. That energy was so wonderful. I'm going to tell y'all how wonderful it was because this made my 2023. I made part of my 2023. But let me tell y'all, she connected me with Sally Nardelli, right? Sally, guess what? She does hair. So Sally was in charge of making sure that my hair was together. And she stayed for the whole shoot, all the days, dealt with all the foolishness, dealt with all the drama, all of that. So y'all need to go and check out Sally Nardelli. You need to check out, and then there was Z. You need to check out and Linda Rose and Luring Design. And I am SPC, because when I tell you, they all work together to make it so seamless. I felt so loved. I felt so cared for. I felt so supported, you know, and it was such a beautiful experience. Let me tell you all how beautiful it was. We had people who were just nasty for no reason. Nasty. We had people who stood up to try and block the shots, even though the shots were in public. We had people who called me names. Like I didn't do anything. I wasn't being mean or anything like that, but they called me names. They sneered. They didn't want me to be around for whatever reason. Maybe maybe they don't like their coffee with no sugar and no cream, honey, but that's okay. I'm always gonna be the way my mama raised me. I'm going to be a wonderful little chocolate drop, like a little Hershey's kiss. But literally, with that being said, you know, the energy was so good between everyone that we couldn't even let that negativity get to us. Like we had such a wonderful time. It was literally a love fest going on. And honey, when you got a love fest going on, can't nobody interrupt that. Nobody can interrupt that, right? Y'all got to forgive me if I'm getting a little country. I know 2023, I have given you all enunciation and pronunciation all year. But honey, when I say can't, I mean can't, as in cannot, can't. Can't nobody stop a love fest. All right, there we go. So I needed that for 2023. It felt good to be in a place of love, and it felt good to fall in love with myself again. And so I would encourage y'all to do that. You know, Linda Rose, I know she does pictures for weddings, for engagements. But listen, the picture she was doing with me, she can do pictures of you standing on your head. You know what I mean? Like just reach out to her, okay? And then and then there was Z and Sally Nardelli and all Sally Designs. Let them go ahead and take care of you, okay? With that being said, I also have to give a shout out to my alma mater, Tuskegee University. I'm so grateful for Tuskegee University because hopefully by next year it will be my son and my goddaughter going to, and my niece is there too. My dorm sister's daughter is there. So they're like taking care of this next generation. So shout out to Tuskegee University. You know, that is that's Mother Tuskegee. That's where it all started and all for me. And so it's beautiful. And I thank them for nurturing my child through his freshman year, you know. Y'all, let's talk about some other stuff, some really good stuff to get through 2023. Bubble baths. Bubble baths. Let me tell you how bubble baths help you. Ooh, those bubble baths will work on you and help you with that mental health, honey. That stress relief. Yes. Yes, Gina. Okay, let me tell. I'm gonna get to those bubble baths, but Gina, therapist mediator, y'all can see her post. She said, couldn't let the haters flourish. Positive feelings all around. Absolutely. Absolutely. Tuskegee is becoming a family school. And then there was Z was like, it was truly her pleasure. Listen, y'all, go look at these comments. When I tell you love fest going on in the comments, that's the kind of love fest that was circling and cocooning all in there. Amen. So with that being said, let's talk about this bubble bath, right? Bubble baths. Y'all get into it. If you have not taken a bubble bath for this year, and that's not hard to believe, right? Because we live in a shower kind of world. Like, hurry up and jump in and take your shower. You got to go to work. You're running behind. You're doing this and doing that. Listen, when I tell you, yes, I like to use my little exotic oils, my English lavender and my frankincense and myrrh, right? But baby, some good old fashioned Epsom salt, the Walgreens brand, and some Dawn dish detergent for bubbles. I don't need any of that special kind of Jean Naute, bubble bath and all. Those bath bombs are wonderful. If that's your thing, enjoy it. But give me and my little country self some good old Dawn. If it's good enough to get the oil off the ducks, it's good enough to get the scratches off of me. I tell you what. And let me go ahead and soak in that hot tub. And let my muscles relax. See, there's a thing. You have to sometimes be able to take a moment to say, and if you've ever stepped into a hot bath, there's nothing you can do but say, that's it. That's it. Now, if you sit in that tub for more than 15 minutes and you start seeing stuff floating around like it's a chicken noodle soup, you got to do something a little bit more than just soaking. But but I would still encourage you. Get used to taking bubble baths. That might just be your cue to do it a tidbit more often. Okay. But yes, absolutely do that. Take care of your mental health. We need that time where we just literally, we're not thinking. We've turned our brains off so our brains can rest. Because did you know that your brain keeps going? When you're dreaming, that's your brain working, right? But also, this has been a year of understanding the value of therapy, like mental health therapy. There's no such thing as coincidence. And when I tell you, I've run across phenomenal therapists, phenomenal mental health therapists for all levels. Okay. So for the children, Dr. Kimberly Blanding Hodges, I cannot stress this enough. Dr. Kimberly Blanding Hodges, she's right here in the Hillsborough County area. When I tell you she is fabulous with children, I don't know if she's accepting new patients because she's that fabulous, but ooh, she is good. And it's not children, like you don't have to have little Damien, for your child to go to therapy. It does not have your child does not have to be, little Nikki for your child to go to therapy. Sometimes it's just a matter of, hey, I've got life changes. I've got puberty. I've gone through, middle school. I've, done all these different things. I need someone to talk to because I'm not going to talk to my mom and dad. And my friends don't know anything either. So I need someone to talk to. That's an excellent reason for counseling, for therapy, right? But then we also have for the adults, and especially for adults, when we go through certain things, divorce is one thing, moving, divorce, moving, changing jobs, losing jobs, starting a business. Those are major stressors. Those are right up there with, the death of a loved one, right? And it's like we're supposed to just go ahead and act like nothing happened, right? We're supposed to go ahead and act like nothing happened. And I love my team. Y'all look at these comments. They say I'm looking like I'm 24. Don't say it, but say it one more time. But so you go through so much, and it's like you're mourning the changes. You gotta let yourself feel it. And sometimes you gotta talk to a therapist. So let me give you all some people that I've run across. Wonderful, right? So there's Gina Abel Barnes. Gina Abel Barnes. She's in the comments. Gina is a therapist. She's a mediator and all, but listen, she can get you together. She's a person who cares, who I can tell you genuinely cares. Genuinely cares. She does not know that I know some of her clients, a couple of her clients. before I ever met her. Had no idea. She's out there doing good work. So if you need therapy, reach out to her. I know she's in the Orlando area. You all will see her. Like I said, she's in the comments. You can see her at Gina underscore therapist underscore mediator. Like, so give it up for Gina. And then there's she's in the Orlando area. Then here in the Tampa Bay area, there's Fakila Johnson. Fakila Johnson has she has Brown Sugar Wellness. So she focuses on Black and Brown women, Black and Brown, adults who need therapy. She's in the Tampa area. Another phenomenal therapist. I tell you what, absolutely. Get in touch. Like I said, Fakila's in the Tampa, Hillsborough area. Gina is in the Orlando area. However, I'm sure that both of them can, take care of you, wherever you are in Florida, because, in this great power of Zoom. But reach out to them. Kimberly Blandon Hodges, Dr. Hodges, she's available. She's in Hillsborough, but if she's taking new clients, I know she does Zoom and other ways too. So, you have a plethora. But when I tell you these people have touched my life in 2023 and helped me get over some humps, because yes, your family law attorneys do need to get over some humps as well. How am I going to guide my clients into living their best life if I'm not leading by example? Right? Okay. 2023, y'all know what? My business owners. And I'm not going to keep y'all for much longer, but let me just talk about it. My business owners. Whoo! Raise your hand if 2023 kicked your businesses behind. Whew. And I don't mean kicked your businesses behind like, oh, business is going bad. It's not. It's just like 2023 was such a learning year, my goodness, it was a learning curve. Things that I didn't know about in business, holding myself accountable for things as a business owner. It's one thing to be an attorney. It's another thing to be a business owner. Those are two different things, hiring staff, separating from staff, training yourself, coming up with benefit plans. Listen, all of that is more than a notion. And I don't know if anybody else recognizes, but I went to school to learn law, but law school did not prepare me for having a law firm, right? I'm glad I have it, but there's a lesson to be learned with that. And so if you are a business owner, chances are whatever you do for your business, whether you do therapy, whether you do makeup, whether you do photography, whether you are a cobbler and you make shoes for elves, I'm sure that you have learned your skill. You have honed and practiced your skill, right? But running a business in that manner is a different beast. As my mother used to say, that's a horse of another color. And when I tell you, sometimes you are behind the scenes and it looks so calm, like a duck on the water. On the water, the duck is so calm. But under the water, just flapping their little feet. So we've been doing a lot of flapping for 2023. Thank God we've kept our head above water, but we've been doing a lot of flapping. And I say that because the year, we could look at it as a challenging year, or we can look at it as a year to teach us how strong we are. How strong you are. Keep going. I will say this. Now I sound like, my team at IMS PC who are in the comments right now. Have a plan. Have a plan. Have a plan. It is literally the goal for 2024 should be have a plan. Even if you don't know what the plan is, have a plan. With your business, you may not know exactly everything. You may not know what you don't know, and that's fine, right? Because you will build the plane as you go. You will create systems and processes for your business as you go. But 2023 has taught me, have a plan, have a general direction of where you are going and how you want to get there. Because if you don't plan, then the year will plan for you. The year will plan for you, and you'll find yourself spinning around just a kicking. Okay. So the slogan for this year for my firm is elevate more in 2024. Elevate more in 2024. So that's what I'm going to encourage you all to do. I am going to encourage you all not to look back at 2023 and look at all the things that you wish had changed. Don't worry about that. Everything was as it should be, because those are the lessons that you individually needed to learn to apply in 2024. Now, 2024, there's no stopping you. There's no stopping you. It's all gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes. 2024 is literally the time where, we are going to be aggressive. Be aggressive. Be aggressive, right? We're going to be aggressive. We're going to be aggressive in going after what it is that we want, right? We're going to be aggressive in going, farther than we thought we could ever go. We're going to be aggressive in speaking life into everyone that we can. We're going to be aggressive into speaking life and encouraging ourselves. We're going to be aggressive in finding the joy and the beauty in 2024. What we are not going to do, we're not going to do that toxic positivity where we can't acknowledge when things don't work out. Some things are not going to work out. Guess what? We are going to be aggressive in accepting that and then re-challenging ourselves. We're going to be aggressive in being kind to ourselves. We're going to be aggressive in, providing that self-care for ourselves. I know some people don't like Dawn in their bathtub. Islam looking at you. That's okay. That's okay. You can use the hoity-toity, snooty-wooty stuff, but be aggressive about taking care of yourself first. Be aggressive about making sure that your mental health is, on point. Be aggressive about making sure that your physical health is on point. If you cannot name your dentist's name, your doctor's name, ladies, your lady doctor's name, your eye doctor's name, if you cannot name their names off the top of your head, you haven't seen them enough this year. Get into it for 2024. If you need someone to speak life into you, you call me up. Like I said, I don't have to know you. I'll speak life into you, but you got to speak life into me too. Okay. I want to thank y'all. I want to thank y'all. I want to thank y'all for having my back. I want to thank y'all for going on this wild journey of these bi-weekly lives. I want to thank y'all for your words, your comments, your words of encouragement, your wisdom that you shared. I want to thank y'all for that. I'm grateful. 2023 has been a blessing because 2023 has helped me connect with y'all. And I thank you for that. I can't wait to see all the wonderful things that you all will be doing, that we will be doing. I can't wait. And I can't wait to celebrate with you all too. Like, absolutely, So with that being said, one more time, we are going to elevate more. When? In 2024. All right, then, y'all. I thank you. Have a wonderful holiday, a happy new year, and I'll see y'all on the other side. Take care.